Hey guys, wanted to come on here and do this video. I just finished making breakfast a little while ago and I had other things to do, but um, I came to you with just a little bit more done up because I played back some of the videos that I did yesterday and I was kind of like, whoa, I should have fixed myself up. But sometimes you just need to put the message out and not worry about that. So I'm trying to be better at it. But today I thought I would do a little something. So I'm not wearing any foundation. I just bronzed up the face with the bronzer. I went ahead and put a little bit of highlight on and some blush and a lipstick. That's all I did. And it doesn't look that bad. I'm okay with it. It looks better than yesterday. So, and I even put on my little mood necklace. This is a little mood necklace that I found at Earthbound, but that's not what the video is about. I wanted to come on here and do a video because I was cooking potatoes and egg this morning with chorizo. And a thought came to my mind. This is something that my dad enjoyed eating, something that he always ordered when he would go to Taco Palenque, or like if he went to El Pato, he loved ordering potato and egg. And it's just, I don't know if that's the reason why it stuck with me, but I always like to have potato and egg. But I like to add beans with mine. It's just a thing that I like with my tacos. I always want beans when I have potato and egg. But on this occasion, I didn't want to make beans this morning. So, wow, my voice just cracked. So I just made potato and egg. And you guys can see the picture and you guys can see the video because I went ahead and posted it on my timeline. I went ahead and made potato and egg with chorizo this morning for my kids and for me. And as I was cooking the potatoes and egg, I started thinking I should do these videos right when I'm getting the thoughts come to my head. But I just end up thinking, well, I ate, right? And I could have done the video while I was eating too. That would have been good. But I was like, I don't think people want to see me, eating on camera or whatever. So now I'm sitting here full. I just had my breakfast. And now I'm going to try to bring this message across because I think it's an important lesson. And to some people, they're going to be like, wow, you're overthinking potato, eggs, and chorizo. But no, just hear me out. I had some potatoes that were given to me by a sister. She gave me a sack of potatoes and she had given me some turkey breast that she said she didn't want. And that she didn't need, not that she didn't want, she didn't need them, that she eats less and she knows I have a family. So I hadn't gone to go pick up, so it's a story time, okay? So I hadn't gone to go pick up this food that she had offered me and a week had already passed by. And then the following week we were still so busy and everything. And I said, I sent her a message and I said, I haven't forgotten, but I just, I felt bad taking the food from her. 2, I was just so busy. And 3, I just needed to find the time to go. And so anyway, we go, we pick up the food, we bring it home. I think she had it like cold or something. I didn't think much about it. I put the bag away. I just put it there on my counter. And I didn't think much about it because when you buy potatoes at H-E-B or Walmart or whatever, I can leave them in the bag. At least this is what I do, right? I leave them in the bag and they last for a long time. I've never had an issue really of them really spoiling on me. So I had left the potatoes there and I noticed like, I guess 2 days had passed or whatever. And I went to go grab the potatoes and I started noticing that some of them had gone bad already. And so I was sad because I was like, dang, like I just got these potatoes, and they're already going bad. And I felt bad. I didn't want to throw them away. Right. And so I had to like wash some of the ones that were good and I threw away a lot of the ones that were bad. But I just kept feeling that guilt that I was throwing the bad ones away because I was taught and I was brought up. And I mean, that you don't throw away food, right? So anyway, so this morning I had some of those potatoes because I was able to wash some and salvage some of them. So it brought me to this thought. I had to throw more away this morning because some of them had either gone really withery or they got too soft, and they were just probably not good. And so I threw some of them away, and I was able to salvage a few from those. So I washed them, I cut them up, and some of them were kind of small. They weren't like the bigger potatoes. They were kind of like small, and it was going to be more work for me to peel them. And it was going to be, anyway, I don't like small potatoes. I like bigger potatoes because they're easier to just finish. In my opinion, they're just easier to finish, right? To work on and to cut them up or whatever. So anyway, I grabbed these 5 potatoes and I'm peeling them away. And one of them is really, really small. So it's making me work harder because it's smaller, right? And you have to get all the little corners to take off all the peel and stuff, right? Then I worked on another one that was a little bit bigger than that smaller one. And it was fine. I peeled it or whatever. But that one actually had 2 spots on it. And it was kind of brown. And it was kind of bugging me. So I take the peeler and I start digging at it to try to get some of that off because I don't want to throw it away. So I start digging at it and I start taking off all that brown stuff, right? And I go to the other side and I do the same thing to that one, right? I go to the next potato, and this one is, I guess, about the same size. And I'm peeling away. And that one seemed to be fine. It seemed to be firm. It didn't seem to be too mushy or too soft, right? The next one was kind of soft. And I was kind of maybe I should have, but it still seemed good. And so anyway, I finished the potatoes or whatever. And I noticed that they were all so different. Each one of those potatoes was so different, but each one of them had a common goal, or it was a goal for me to prepare them to provide a meal for my family. So I'm cutting them and I'm thinking I should make a video about these potatoes, and I should make it in English and Spanish to put the point across. And I was thinking I'm going to compare the potatoes to people now, okay? Just go with me. There's a message that needs to be said, and I know it might be weird for some of you. And my little sister would probably be like, "Wow, really, potatoes? You're really gonna overthink the potato thing?" But my dad taught me with things, and he taught me with lectures. When he finally understood how to get across to me, that is how I try to get across to people. I take things, I use them, and I don't want to say lecture, but I kind of try to teach people that way. So anyway, going back to this, whole scenario, I was cutting them up, right? And I don't know how you guys cook potatoes, but I personally don't put them all in at the same time. I don't cut all the potatoes, right? And then just put them all into the pan. No, I don't know why I have this habit that I put them as I cut them. So if I cut the small one first, the small one goes in, right? And I cut the next one in, and then I put that one in. I don't know why I do this. Maybe some people just put all their potatoes, they cut everything, and then they put them there. There are days where I do that, and there are days where I don't. But I caught myself doing this, that I put the small one that I cut first, and I put it in the pan. Sorry, that was my kid. I cut the next one, and I put it in the pan. And I know they might be cooking differently, right? Which brings me to what I'm trying to say. If you put in all the potatoes in at the same time, they don't all cook the same, guys. Some of them are going to cook faster. Some of them are going to cook a little bit less fast. Some of them are going to, go really, really fast. Some of them, they're all going to cook different, right? Which is why you have to keep stirring, and why you have to, make sure if you're cooking, you have to, potatoes are kind of tricky. Okay. I was going to say a little story, but no, I don't want to get off track. I'll tell you that in another story. I'll do another live for that. So anyway, that's how I cook my potatoes. And so I want to tell you guys that that's kind of how it is. We're all on different journeys. We're not all going to cook the same. We are all going to learn in different ways and at different times. So I'm comparing you and me and everybody else to potatoes. Okay. We're all going to experience different cooking times, meaning different experiences. Okay. If you take all those potatoes and you put them in, and you don't want to do it like I do, where I put a little bit in at a time, right? Hey, they're all still going to cook. They're all going to cook differently, right? My potatoes always come out good. My kids never complain about my potatoes. They complain about my husband's potatoes. They don't complain about my potatoes. My potatoes are usually good. Okay. I fry them. I taste them. Moms just have that gift where we actually taste the food before we feed it to our children, right? So then I had to put in the chorizo, right? I put in the chorizo. Chorizo's not a big deal. You know, when you cook chorizo, it's just, you give it its time. You kind of mush it up. You kind of give it its time, right? But you do need to have enough oil for that. And then you have to put in the eggs, right? So you can't overdo the eggs either. You can't put too many eggs because then it's not really potato and egg. You want to taste the potato. And so once all of that has mixed in, you have some good potatoes, right? Potato, egg, and chorizo. But it wouldn't taste good if you didn't add the seasonings. And the seasonings, guys, I don't want to lose you. The seasonings are all those little experiences, right? I was thinking all the pepper and the salt and the stuff that we put, all those little sprinkles are all those little experiences that we have that make us good. That makes really good potato and egg. So I don't know if this is how I need to teach you guys. Some of you guys, like to read, and that's how I get to you. Some of you guys like to watch the videos and for me to teach a lesson. Some of you guys learn with food. So you guys used to love my food videos. You guys like when I teach how to make tortillas, how to make rice, so I'm using food right now to bring the Lord's message across. Okay? So just go with it. Just go with it. I'm sure that this is going to help somebody and you're going to understand. So anyway, my potatoes came out really good today. Okay. They were really good. I enjoyed them. And I was able to put some hot sauce on top. I was going to put some queso fresco, or I was going to put something like, I had avocado, but I didn't want to do the avocado. I just wanted something simple. I wanted to get out of the way because I wanted to get this message out and do my video. So I just kind of just got one slice of bread. I didn't make it into a sandwich for me, but I did make it into a sandwich for my kids because I had a bunch of bread that I was given and I needed to finish that bread. So I could have chosen a tortilla, but I didn't. And I could have made this video out of tortilla and I could have made it more, if you're not understanding what I'm trying to say with the whole potato and egg thing, I could do it with anything. I could talk about a pork chop. I could talk about a flour tortilla. I could talk about whatever it needs to be to bring the message across. We're all different and we all are getting, let me hold on. It's coming. We're all getting to where we need to be at different times. Okay. So I don't get mad when certain people are like, let's say, like somebody stepped away from the church. I don't really get mad. I don't get mad. I don't get upset about it. I always say, they are where they need to be. Because sometimes we are living off of other people's testimonies and we're not really gaining one of our own. And sometimes when you step away, and you live your life a little bit, and, you know, things go a certain way, some way or somehow, the Lord is going to find his way to you. You know, he's going to work on you, and he knows where you're at, and he's not going to let you go too far. He's going to allow you to experience what you need to experience to really find him in it. And when you find that, you'll find your way back. And so I don't ever really judge people for that. I don't like to do that. I try to talk to them. I try to, like, you know, listen to them. I try to, like, let them vent. And I try to, like, share my experiences. I learn a lot by listening to people's testimonies, by listening. Yes, I love lessons because I've been taught lessons since I was a little girl, been a member my whole life of the church. But I like to listen to people's experience, like really deep experiences, because that's what helps me learn. And that's what my dad had to learn how to teach me. He had to, the cancos weren't working anymore, okay? The spankings weren't working with me. I was a little stubborn, okay? So he had to learn that I would, like, lie down. He would, like, ask me for a massage or something. And while I was massaging him, he'd let me talk about my day. And while I was talking, I was still massaging. So it was like a win-win, right? He was getting a massage while he was talking to me and letting me and trying to get to know me and trying to figure out what was going on with me, right? And then he learned to call me over, and I would, like, he'd be on his bed and he'd be lying down. And then I'd be right next to him lying down, and we would just talk about stuff. And he'd be, like, talking to me instead of, like, yelling at me. Or, like, he learned that yelling was not getting through to me. He learned that the spanking was definitely not a thing. I just got more anger. So when he learned to talk to me and let me talk back, and so he could understand what was going on in here, it just worked. You know, we got each other. And so I think that we all just need to, like, learn that the Lord is with us. It doesn't matter where we're at, you know. We all cook differently. We all come to him in different ways and at different times. And we all come with something different, with different journeys. And we all learn from each other, because I learn a lot. I learn a lot from my sisters in Relief Society. I learn a lot from my bishop. I learn a lot from his counselors. I learn a lot from every single person who goes to church, even the youth, even little kids. I love to see little kids get up there and bear their testimony when they say, Jesus loves you. Something so simple as, Jesus loves you. But the way that they say it is just like, it's so cute. It puts a smile on everybody's face. You know, when the youth express their love for their parents, when they're bearing their testimony and they are grateful for their example and stuff, that's just amazing. Or just to see how strong these kids are in church is just, you know, everybody is where they need to be. And, you know, I was just excited to share my thoughts about cooking time, about how all of us, like, together, right? Like, take all the potatoes, right? And we put them all in. How all that can make for a great meal. It can provide a meal for somebody. It can create something delicious and amazing. So now take all of us, right? With all our talents and all our experiences and all our things, and how great we are together, and how we can provide all these things that the Lord blessed us with to share with others. So my journey might not be the same as somebody else's. You know, my journey might help a lot of people, and however I can do it, if it's through cooking videos, makeup videos, art videos, I mean, I do it all, right? I do it all. I don't know, lately I've been wanting to share stuff like me being just a mom, like here at home, like folding clothes and like putting a message on for you, or like coming on and sharing a story time, or like doing a live video with my kids and letting you guys get to know my kids, like now that they're teenagers, even though they get super shy and they don't like doing it. I think it's a lot of fun to hear youth speak and just let them be free and let them speak their mind. And sometimes they might say some crazy things, but that's okay. That's what makes them them. So, yeah, I had some really great potatoes and egg this morning that I guess satisfied me enough to share a message with you. They inspired me to share this. And I don't know if you guys like potato and eggs, but if you don't, maybe we can use another type of food to talk about. Maybe we could do a pork chop. That was another one of my dad's favorites and one of my favorites. I'm going to use just the ones I like, okay? Because I can relate. So I like pork chops. I like potato and eggs. I like tortillas, that takes a while to make, and that can definitely make a video. But I know you guys really enjoyed when I did cooking videos, and I want to bring some of them back, but sometimes it's just like, I gotta clean. I gotta like always have everything super nicely, I know before I wasn't doing them like that. I would just come out and just be like, hey, like turn on the camera. But things are a little bit different at home sometimes because we're always like so busy and stuff. And then sometimes with the kids, because they're like teens and stuff, they don't want to come out on camera. Or just, just life. Sometimes I just don't do those kind of videos anymore, but I know you guys enjoy them. But today I was inspired to do this one. And I have a few others that I might come on and do them. Like I said, I try to do these videos to share a message, but also for my enjoyment. Like when I do makeup videos, those are for me. That's something I like to do. These messages are to do the Lord's work. And they do bring me happiness. And I do think that I can teach a lot of people. But sometimes I just want to, just do a makeup video or, just be me. Just kind of just be like, hey, I like to do makeup, and I still haven't gotten to the part where I do makeup and talk about stuff. Like I've seen a lot of people who do makeup videos and they just start talking about random stuff or like a story time or whatever. I haven't gotten to that point. I feel like every time I do makeup videos, like I feel like I need to teach them. I don't know how to break that. I've tried to like talk about other stuff, but I find it hard to do. These kind of videos, I like to like focus on the actual like, message. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm trying my best to bring you guys content and trying to get back on camera so that you guys don't feel like, because there's a lot of things going on, guys. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now that people are like afraid, they're losing hope, they're grieving, they're in a place where they need some support or some happiness or something out there. And so like, I just want to be a small little light. I'm not a big light, guys. I'm a small light, but just trying to shine bright for you guys because I know what a lot of those things feel like. And I just want to be here for you some way, somehow. Hopefully it helps. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I posted my picture and my video of making potato, eggs, and chorizo. So the next time you have those, like the next time you cook that, think of this message. That it's okay. We are all where we need to be, and we're all learning in different ways, and we're all going to come to Him at a time. We're all going to gain a testimony at a certain time. And when you gain that testimony, it's just like, that's all you're going to want to talk about. And that's all I want to talk about, honestly. I have my days where I want to do my makeup and I want to do other stuff and I want to share other things. But for the most part, that's why I share what I share. Because I find a lot of love and happiness in teaching it and sharing it. And I've always had this. A lot of the times when I would like do my art and stuff, I always wanted to like do something that had to do with God. I didn't understand why. Like, I like doing graffiti and I like doing like a lot of different things. But my thing was always like word art. But every time I come to paper, for some reason, it always has to, like whenever I would do my art, like my graffiti art or like just like any type of like, not any type of art, but for most part, I like word art. I would always like write the word God or Christ or, be happy or be positive or I don't know. That's just how I am. I don't know. It's just instilled in me. It's just in me. So just bear with it. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know what video I'm going to do next, but hubby should be calling me soon. And usually I try not to be on call on a video or on something when he calls me because he gets all sad when I don't answer him. So we'll see if I have enough time. If I have enough time, I'll try to make another video, another story time. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. But let me know if you can relate to my little story time, my little message. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.